the chat. Let me get that up here. Let's see. There we go. That should get it connected now. Alright, I think we're good. Alright, well, we are finally back again with some more of our hardcore Nuzlocke attempt of Pokemon Run&Bun. It's been a little bit since my last stream. We had left off starting the first couple battles of Seafloor Cavern, where the second battle it's made an error that almost costed me the run. So that kind of put a damper in my sales a little bit, but yeah. So honestly, like, I was planning out the next fights, and I was feeling a little nervous just because I want to make sure I'm not making any oversights. But today I'm gonna be trying to do at least 2, maybe 3 more of the grunt fights here in the cavern. This next 2 is a little mini gauntlet. So the 2 fights, you're not allowed to go back to the Pokemon Center, so you can't switch out your party in between. You can heal in between, and you can switch party order, but you can't go to the PC. So another big consideration. But I've looked it over many times, and I'm pretty sure I have a pretty good line here that's basically riskless. It's just that once I start the first fight, I'm immediately committed to the second one too. So that's why I was looking over this fight for a few days now, just to make sure. If I could get past these 2 fights without any hiccups or any things going wrong, that'll definitely add some confidence back in my planning. So but yeah, I think I have everything ready to go. What's up in the chat? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good day today. Alright, so let me just... This is the team I'm using for both fights. And I accounted for pre-damaging and everything, so I don't need to worry about that. Yeah. Alright, so let's not try to delay anymore, and let's go take on these 2 grunts here. Yeah, we should be good. Like I said, I took a while to prep these, so I believe we have to go. Let's see, is there? I think there's something here. Let's see. I don't know what's over here. I got a few people. Let's see. Am I going this way? Oh, no, that just brought me back up to the top. It's... I think I have to go this way instead. Let's see. Yeah, here we go. So... what's up, everyone who's popping in? Appreciate y'all tuning in. I hope everyone's having a good Friday, starts of the weekend. Alright, so once I jump over that ledge, I am fully committed to the next 2 fights back to back. So, let me go in and save. And then I need to make sure I pre-toxic my what's his face, Caparaja, before the fight starts. Technically it'd be illegal if I did it after I jumped over the ledge. So let me see. Let me just make sure I have some healing items. Okay, yeah, we're good. Alright, so let me do the pre-toxic really quick. Alright, there we go. Alright, so now... no turning back. Let's go in and do it. Let me heal my... Even if it's just 1 HP, still good to use. Okay. And so this is the first fight. Let me just double check my calcs one last time, making sure I'm not forgetting anything. But no, I think we're good. Alright. Triple check the items one last time. Toy Scarf, Hydrolite, Plumberry. No item, Assault Vest. Alright. Let's do this. So this is Aqua Grunt number 3. And for this game, this portion of the game, the enemy has permanent Aurora Veil, cutting your damage in half. So you need to try to find ways to work around it or try to remove it. This cloister, let me see. This cloister is holding a bright powder, making you 10% less accurate. It has Shell Smash, Toxic Spikes, and Explosion. All very scary stuff. Thankfully, on the first turn out, the score for Toxic Spikes out-prioritizes Explosion, so it can never explode turn 1. So it's most likely going to go set up a layer of Toxic Spikes. And as it does that, my Hydreigon, even in Aurora Veil, can always 2-shot with Aura Sphere. And the Aura Sphere is guaranteed accurate, so it bypasses the Bright Powder. So we're going to go for 2 Aura Spheres to start off. Oh, it went for a Shell Smash? What? What? It went for a Shell Smash? How did it... What? It's... That was very... that shouldn't have been possible. Either that shouldn't have been possible, or I just got incredibly unlucky. Oh wait, no, I'm good. It's okay. Yeah, that was really weird. I guess. So I'm holding a choice scarf. It just doubled its speed, but I still outspeed it with the choice scarf. I don't know. I have no idea why its Cloister used Shell Smash there. I should have set up Toxic Spikes. I mean, that is helpful to me, but yeah, I guess there was like a 1% chance of that happening. But yeah, I'm triple checking. Even after +2 speed, I still always outspeed with a choice scarf. So yeah, I should just be able to outspeed and still KO with Aura Sphere here. Okay. Oh, oh man, that scared the crap out of me. All right, well, didn't end up mattering, so we're perfectly fine. So Cloister goes down. Next thing that should come in, because I'm holding the choice scarf. It's really glad I did that. I wasn't really holding it for the Cloister. I was holding it so that the next thing that comes in is always Malamar. So we should see Malamar come in next. Okay, perfect. All right, so everything's still going in order. So this Malamar is also pretty scary. It's got Contrary with Superpower. Instead of stat reducing, it's stat increasing. Right now, I think it's guaranteed to go for Superpower. But it's perfectly fine because I'm going to swap to my Beedrill, who can take a Superpower very well. So we're going to go Beedrill here. Yeah, so there's a Superpower. Yeah, we take it very well. It's going to increase his defense and attack. And again, the Aurora Veil is still up, so my attacks are still cut by 2. But even still, Mega Beedrill does a ton of damage. Right now, Malamar's either going to go for a Psycho Cut or sometimes Night Slash. So I'm going to Mega Evolve, making me faster, and deal a big chunk of damage with U-Turn. Mega Evolve, U-Turn. We'll deal a big chunk. And we're gonna U-Turn back into Hydreigon on either the Psycho Cut or the Night Slash. Night Slash, if it's Night Slash, it's perfectly fine. It won't deal that too much. Okay, so there's Night Slash. Perfectly fine, even at +1. So now, again, Malamar sees highest damage with Superpower. So I'm going to U-Turn again. This U-Turn isn't a guaranteed KO. But if it doesn't, then I can just go back to Beedrill and then repeat again until it's dead. So we're going to U-Turn once more. Let's see if this actually KOs or not. Most likely not. Oh! Nice. We got the high roll. Alright, so Malamar goes down and we get our free switch. And from here I'm going to bring out my my Urshifu. So that way I could bait out Aerodactyl next. So we should see Aerodactyl come in. Perfect. And the reason why I brought in my Urshifu to bait it out is because this Aerodactyl is holding a choice band, so right now it's always going to go for dual Wing Beat. And I want it to lock itself into that move, so that I can take care of it with my my Corviknight here. into a dueling bait. Perfect. Oh, nice crits. Alright, so now Aerodactyl is locked into dueling beat because of the choice band. So now I'm gonna whittle this thing down with my Corviknight. So I have to do this in a specific order because dueling beat only has 10 PP, and I have to make sure I deal enough damage to it so that it doesn't swap out. So first thing I'm gonna do is Feather Dance to lower its attack by 2 stages. Now it's going to do a lot less damage to me. So now, again, Aurora Veil is still up, but now I'm going to defog to get rid of the Aurora Veil, allowing me to do regular damage. Yeah, defog, and then after that I'll start roosting. So we'll defog. So now Roveos cleared off the field, and now we can do regular damage, and Brave Bird always 4-shots the Aerodactyl. So I'm gonna roost back up and start dealing some damage to it. And to make sure that the Aerodactyl doesn't swap out if it does run out of PP, all I have to do is just get it below half health, which I'll always be able to do with 2 Brave Birds. So I'll go ahead and attack once here. I'll do it again, so that way I can get it below 50%. Alright, so good. So now it's below half health. So now, if it does run out of PP and it'll just start struggling, and the AI won't be able to swap it out. So we're perfectly free to start healing back up, and then 2 more Brave Birds will do the trick. Alright, so let me see. I'll do 1 more Brave Bird into Roost into Brave Bird. Oh, there's a crit. That should still be fine. Yeah, we should still only bait, yeah, a little bit lower health than anticipated, but this should still always bait in, Crawdont. Perfect. Yeah, this Crawdont is also scary because it has adaptability with Sword Stance and Aqua Jet, making it deal a lot of damage. But right now, it also has Sword Stance too. But right now I can't use it because my Corviknight outspeeds and shows that I can 2-shot with Brave Bird. So that de-incentivizes the use of Brave Bird, Sword Stance here. So Crawdont has to use Crab Hammer. So because of that, I can swap to Galissapod, who is pre-damaged, so that I can get an emergency exit for free. Yeah, so there's the Crab Hammer. This will bring us below half health. We'll emergency exit. And I'm gonna bring in Hydreigon back again. Alright, and then now we could simply outspeed and one-shot with a Draco Meteor as it goes for an Aqua Jet, which we can take pretty well. Alright. Everything going well so far, so the last mon here is gonna be a Frostlass. And this Frostlass has a very annoying set. It's also holding a Bright Powder, again making you 10% less accurate. It's also got Hex with Sing and Nasty Plot. So pretty annoying set to deal with, but I think I have a pretty good workaround for it. Right now, even though my special attack reduced twice, because of the Choice Scarf, I outspeed and still two-shot it with Dark Pulse. So Frostlass can't go for Nasty Plot here. It always has to go for was it Freeze Dry? Yeah, Freeze Dry. So on the guaranteed Freeze Dry, I'm gonna swap to my Copperajah, who is pre-toxic so that I can't get statused. The Frostlass could also go for Sing, which would be more optimal here, but should be fine either way. Okay, yeah, so there's Freeze Dry. And my Copperajah is also holding a Assault Vest to reduce the damage, because I am pre-toxic to try to prevent Sing. That boosts the damage of Hex. So I equipped the Assault Vest to reduce that damage. And now, from here, it's always going to go for Hex. And Smart Strike has a 50% to KO. It's 100% accurate, so it'll bypass the Bright Powder. If this doesn't KO, then I can just go to my Urshifu to clean up. So, but let's see if Iron Maiden can clutch up and get the coin toss KO here. Let's see, 50-50. You got it in you? Hey, let's go. We like to see that. All right, and that's the first of the two fights in this little gauntlet. All right. So like I said, this is a mini gauntlet, so I have to do one more fight without being able to go to the PC. But I can heal up and switch my party around. So let me see here. So for the party order for this next fight, I need Corviknight out front. Let me also update the trainer battle info here. So this is what the next fight looks like. King Nagor, what's up in the chat, bro? Thanks for popping in. Hope you're having a good Friday so far. Yeah, this is a ROM hack of Pokemon Emeralds called Run&Bun. It's considered one of the hardest ROM hacks for a Pokemon game currently out. And doing a Nuzlocke challenge of it. So let's see, for items, I definitely need Lepa Berry for Core. And we can start healing we can start healing our guys back up again. So we can full restore Paparaja. He's not going to be used, but still might as well. We can max potion Corviknight. Heal back up Hydreigon. We could also do Beedrill, but I don't think I'm going to be using Beedrill for this fight either. Let me see. No need to use Beedrill for this fight, but I can just heal him back up anyway, just in case. And I guess we could also heal back up Sapod as well. Oh yeah, it says on Max Revive. Max Potion. We don't need any pre-damaging for this fight. Alright, so let's see, but for items for this fight, if everything goes well, this should just be a 3-mon fight with a pretty interesting gimmick to it. Let's see, but I do need to give the Choice Scarf to Urshifu. And I need to give the Dragon Thing to Hydreigon. And I think that's pretty much it. Yeah. So this should be good. Let me just triple check my calcs one last time, making sure I'm not missing anything. I think we're looking good here. Appreciate the vote of confidence there, King. I definitely need it. This run has been going on for quite a while, and I'm pretty deep in the game at this point. So, as you probably already saw, these fights at this point get very complicated. So I have to really make sure I'm not missing a single detail here. I think this should all be good. So, let's see, this is the second fight, and then we can be free to leave. So, let me see. Yeah, I think we're looking good here. All right, let's go ahead and do this. Alright, so this is grunt number 4, number 2 in the little mini gauntlet here. Alright, so this grunt, she leads a Scolipede. And again, we still have the Aurora Veil up. So this fight is very interesting because the gimmick around it is that this Scolipede has the move Baton Pass, and it has the speed boost ability. And for this game, the AI is basically hard-coded. Whenever it sees that it has a stat raise, and it has Baton Pass, it'll basically always go for it to try to give it to another member of its party. But knowing that fact allows us to predict what it's going to do. Because I know exactly what it's going to be swapping into. And I can use that to my advantage here. So the first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to simply just get rid of the Aurora Veil with Defog. Scolipede will either go for Swords Dance or Aqua Tail. Technically, Swords Dance would be more optimum here, but either would be fine. So we're going to go Defog. Yeah, so there's the Swords Dance. And we Defog. Getting rid of the Aurora Veil. And there's its speed boost. So now it's +1 speed, +2 attack. And it wants to give those boosts to someone in their party. But I know, in this case, from the Switch AI, they're always going to be bringing in Dreadnought. So knowing that, I'm going to swap to my Urshifu as it swaps to that. Yeah, so there's Baton Pass, like I said. Oh, it went Delmise. Oh, interesting. Why'd I go for that? Oh, I guess it... Oh yeah, I guess it is. It does see that my Cavern, that my Urshifu is out. Okay, so I made a mistake there. Ah, frick. Yeah, because now this was supposed to be Dreadnought. I was supposed to be able to just outspeed in one shot with close combat. But now it's Delmise, and it's gonna go for Power Whip. This can still be fine, but it is +2 attack now because of the Baton Pass. So I think unfortunately I need a hard switch to Corvin Knight and try not to get crit. This is not a good situation to be in. Let's see, is there any other plays I could do here? Yeah, I think I need to unfortunately let's see. Let's see, if I go Corvin Knight, he's gonna go for a Power Whip and then an Anchor Shot. I need to get Corvin Knight in and use Feather Dance to lower its attack, but let me see. Max roll power whip crit plus 2 deals 43.6% plus max roll anchor shot does 58.3. Yeah, I'm dead to 2 max roll crits, unfortunately. So I think, unfortunately, I have to... The safest play here would be to sack my Paparaja. Which, I mean, I wasn't intending on using this fight, and that wouldn't be the worst sack. So... yeah. So I think I have to go with the safe. Like, I could try to high roll and go straight to Corviknight to save Paparaja, but I don't think that would be too worth it here. Yeah. Yeah, because I can't... If Corviknight gets KO'd, I wipe, basically, so... yeah. Yeah, I think that's the play here. Yeah, I gotta go. I gotta sack you, buddy. Sorry, Iron Maiden. Power whip. Alright, and then yeah. Another unfortunate, unnecessary sack, man. These Team Aqua sections have been killing me. Right, but now I can bring in Corv, and I should be able to now safely start reducing its attack. Because I was originally going to be 1v1ing this with Corviknight anyway. And this thing also has a Quick Claw, but it doesn't matter because it's faster than me now. So we're going to go for a Feather Dance. Hopefully it doesn't crit. It's Anchor Shot here. Oh, we could also go for Vulture. I forgot about that. I am holding an item. Oh, jeez. Oh, no. Oh, frick, everything. Oh, this sucks. Oh, man, this is terrible. Oh, I totally forgot. Yeah, because I'm holding an... I forgot. Damn it, yeah. This... Because I'm holding an item, it can go for Poltergeist. Man, that's... I totally missed that because in the calc it doesn't show if you're not holding an item. Okay, this is going completely off the rails now. Let's see. Well, it is now at base attack. But now it sees a guaranteed crit. Guaranteed KO with a random move. Let's see. What could I do here? I was gonna use Corviknight for another part of the fight, but now I can't. Alright, I need to completely steer here. Let's see. My best options for this thing now are either Hydreigon or Urshifu. But they don't have guaranteed... They have very low chances of one-shotting with their moves. And they can take quite a bit of damage. I think what I could do is... I could go Golisopod. Because even if it does go for Anchor Shot, I can still get Emergency Exited. And I'm not holding an item, so he can't go for Poltergeist. And I could do some damage with Sucker Punch. The thing that would screw me here, though, is if it does go for Power Whip and it gets a low roll. If that happens, then Golisopod is dead on the next turn, and I don't get my emergency exit. But I think that's the best I could do right now. Yeah, I think I gotta go Golisopod, try to deal some damage, and get emergency exit off. Alright. Let's hopefully not see Power Whip here. Okay, Anchor Shot, that's fine. This won't deal too much. Okay, so now I think Power Whip will guarantee activate emergency exit. Which will still swap me out even due to the Anchor Shot. So now I can... let's see. Sucker Punch does slightly more damage than First Impression. So I'm gonna go for a Sucker Punch. This thing does have a Quick Claw, but thankfully Sucker Punch would still out-prioritize. So yeah, and it's gonna go for Power Whip. And hopefully it doesn't crit. It's... Alright, let's see. Yeah, so there's a Quick Claw proc, but it's not gonna matter in this case. We deal some damage. There's a Power Whip. Don't crit, please. Thank you. Whew, okay. Alright, so now we... Okay, well, now we need to think about what we're gonna do here. Because I can now either KO with Urshifu or Hydreigon. However, like I said, it still has a Quick Claw, so I need to take that into account. Let's see, if I KO this with Hydreigon, I would be baiting a Mega Horn from Scolipede. If I KO with Urshifu, I think that also baits Scolipede. Let's see if I... The problem is if I go Urshifu, and KO with Crunch. I'm holding a Choice Scarf, so I'll be locked into that. And that would bait Mega Horn, Scolipede. Let's see. I could potentially go Urshifu and leave it in on a Mega Horn. But it would outspeed the next turn +1 speed and go for Baton Pass. And I'd be locked into Crunch. Which actually wouldn't be the worst thing. Let's see. If I KO with let's say if I KO with a Hydreigon, I'd be locked into Dark Pulse. Scolipede comes in and doesn't see a guaranteed KO with Mega Horn, so it can possibly Swords Dance rather than going for Mega Horn. And I have to switch on a Mega Horn anyway. I could potentially swap to Beedrill. Beedrill would bait if I U-turned. That would bait Dreadnought. And then I could U-turn to Urshifu with a close combat. But then I'd be locked into Mega Horn again. Oof. I think Urshifu is probably the better route in this case, because even though I get locked into Crunch, I also need to dodge a Quick Claw proc from the Delmise. That's also a necessary requirement here. If that happens, then we might just be in Wipe City. But if we don't get a Quick Claw proc, we guarantee KO with Crunch. Because of the Choice Scarf equipped, we outspeed Urshifu on the first turn. It's out. And we would for sure be baiting in Scolipede. We could go for a Crunch to deal some damage. Or I could swap to Beedrill. If I swap to Beedrill, I always live a Mega Horn. Scolipede would outspeed because of the +1 boost. Which means it'll go for Baton Pass first. So the reason why I'm in this whole situation is because I completely didn't even realize Baton Pass is not a priority move. So if you swap first, then the baiting order just completely changes. But if I keep if I keep Beedrill in... but then the problem is it might go for a fast KO. Let me see. Yeah, because Mega Horn does more than half. So Scolipede could potentially go for a fast KO instead of a Baton Pass. It would be a 20% chance. So I don't know if I could risk that. Because then Beedrill's just dead, which would be terrible. If I keep Urshifu in and deal some damage with Crunch, as long as Mega Horn doesn't crit, Scolipede won't see the KO with Mega Horn after outspeeding. So I could potentially... Let's see. If I swap to Beedrill as Scolipede goes for a Baton Pass. That should always bait Dreadnought for either Liquidation or Stone Edge. I could then U-turn to Urshifu, but then it could possibly set up Stealth Rocks. Yeesh, this is a mess. I don't know what the best play is here. I think the main thing I need to prevent, though, is Scolipede ever setting up another Swords Dance when it comes back in. Urshifu would always guarantee that if I KO'd Delmise. Because I outspeeded due to the Choice Scarf on the first turn. And I think staying in, hitting it with a Crunch would be very helpful to deal some damage. Pray for a Mega Horn miss. That would be... I really desperately need that in this situation. I could potentially consider leaving Urshifu in. Because I outspeed a +1 Dreadnought. And is very likely to just set up Stealth Rocks. And Crunch is a guaranteed 3-hit KO even with the leftovers. But then the problem is that the Huntail has Shell Smash, which we actually still outspeed even if it does get it. Yeah, I think I have a good. My best chance is just going Urshifu and just spam Crunch. And hope everything dies. There is a chance that could happen. But I would need to get a lot of things going in my favor. But I think right now Urshifu is the best switch over Hydreigon for the KO here. So that's what we're gonna do. Urshifu. Crunch has 15 PP, it's plenty. Alright. Let's do this. Okay. Alright. Dome-Eyes, don't you freaking get a Quick Claw proc here, please. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Alright. Okay, that's good. We really needed that. This should be always Scolipede again. Okay, yeah. Alright, so again, we're locked into Crunch because of the Choice Scarf. So we are faster than on the first turn. So it can't go for Swords Dance. It'll always go for Mega Horn. The problem is that if Mega Horn crits, it could potentially see a fast KO on the next turn and KO my Urshifu. But I need to deal damage to this thing. That's really important. And Mega Horn can miss. Mega Horn miss would be freaking huge. But let me just consider all my other options here. I already established I can't go to Beedrill because it outspeeds me the next turn and you can see a fast KO. Yeah, so I basically have to keep it in. I think I gotta just deal damage to this thing. Alright. Scolipede! Let's see a miss! Or no crit. With your Mega Horn here. Oh, nice crit! Oh, that's a... Oh my gosh! Oh my god! You gotta be freaking kidding me! Oh my god, crit into Mega Horn miss. That is unreal. Oh my gosh. I can't believe that just happened. Alright, it's... Wow, that is crazy. Well, that puts us in a very good spot. Much better spot at least. Does that change my options at all though? Okay, let me slow down a little bit. That was crazy. So Scolipede, it does outspeed now because it's +1, even with my choice scarf. So it's guaranteed a baton pass here. If I leave Urshifu in, it'll always go to Huntail. Because it sees that I outspeed and one-shot the Urshifu, I mean the Dreadnought with my Urshifu because of close combat. So then I can just, let's see, Crunch does 42% min. And then the best that Huntail could do is a liquidation. Because it won't be able to go to Shell Smash because it sees that it's would get KO'd. The only potential danger there would be if I get a liquidation defense drop. But I think even so, after I KO Urshifu, if I keep Urshifu in and KO Huntail, then I can then chain KO the Scolipede because of that crit. Actually, it would bait an order because it sees that I outspeed and one-shot both the Scolipede and the Dreadnought. So Scolipede would just come in and I could just KO it with a Crunch, which just leaves Dreadnought, which it's either gonna liquidation or Crunch. And I think I could just, if I do get a liquidation defense drop, I could just go Hydreigon. And then swap back and then KO with close combat. King, no, I'm only so the way choice items work. You're only locked into the first move you clicked as long as your mana stayed in. If you switch out and switch it back in, you can then click another move. So I think Urshifu can just go ahead and sweep up here because it's gonna go Huntail, and I can just deal a chunk with Crunch. Hopefully don't get a liquidation defense drop. But I think from there we should be pretty much fine. So yeah, I'm gonna keep Urshifu in because even at +1 speed, we still outspeed the Huntail with the choice scarf. So yeah, let's go for Crunch here. Yeah, so there's Baton Pass. Here's Huntail. Crunch. We could get defense drop, which would be really nice. Okay, that was a really good roll. Alright, so now it can't go for Shell Smash because it sees that it's gonna get KO'd if it does. So it's just gonna attack with liquidation. If we get another crit here, that would be insane. Alright, that's fine. Let's see, no defense drop. Oh, we got crit. Okay, I think that's still fine. We're just gonna Crunch KO. Until it goes down. We should see Scolipede come in. Yes, perfect! And we outspeed because of choice scarf, and we just take it out with another Crunch. And then it's just a Dreadnought. And this Dreadnought here Doesn't get any stat boost because of Baton Pass. So what we could do, we could just simply... It's most likely going to go for Stealth Rock. We could just simply... I think we could just go... Hydreigon and just KO if it does go for Stealth Rock. Because we would just outspeed and two-shot with Aura Sphere. And we always live a Stone Edge crit. Yeah, so I think we can just go straight to Hydreigon here. It's either gonna Liquidation or most likely Stealth Rock. Yeah, so let's hopefully see a Stealth Rock here. Yeah, perfect. Yeah, and now we just outspeed two-shot with Aura Sphere, even with the leftovers, and we always live a Stone Edge crit. Yeah, we'll still KO even with the leftovers. Ooh, oh my gosh. Oh, it's... I cannot freaking believe we got out of this fight. I do not deserve getting out of this fight. Oh my gosh. It's... Oh my god, that was the craziest thing that I think has ever happened to me in a game. That honestly, I think that crit from my crunch into the Megahorn miss, I think that was necessary for me to have gone out of this alive. Oh my gosh. Yeah. Man, King, you definitely tuned into a very exciting fight for this one. Oh, I have a headache. that was insane. Yeah, getting out of that situation with just a Cabaraja death is like great. We definitely take that. Alright, well, let's get the frick out of here and heal up, because now we're done with the gauntlet. We don't need to do any more fights right now. Let's see, can I use the escape rope here? No, I have to actually get out. Alright, well... Yeah, let's get the heck out of here without running into any other fights. Well, I'm not really gonna... I was gonna do another fight after this, but after that, I don't have the... I don't think I have the chutzpah to keep going. So unfortunately, because of... Since I'm doing a Nuzlocke, since my Cabaraja faded, I have to just put it in my death box, and he's no longer usable, so... Yeah, I'm just gonna go back to the Pokemon Center and heal up and probably just end things there. Alright. Ooh, okay, that was... man. I said earlier that if I had gone through these two fights with no hiccups, I'd feel a lot more confident. But I don't know about that now. It's... yeah. Well, Yeah. But Iron Maiden, thank you for your noble sacrifice. Definitely appreciate it. So now we're at 18 deaths. Second unplanned death of this section. Yeah, these Team Aqua grunts, they've been kicking my ass. But we're still alive. And we're still looking good box-wise, so... Alright, but yeah, I don't think I have any more in me for tonight after that. Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and wrap up my stream there. But King Nagor, I really appreciate you sticking with me for this roller coaster. Definitely appreciate it. Yeah, have a good night. Hopefully I'll catch you again another time, but if not, yeah, I'll see everyone in my next stream.